Bernita Rivers Smalls. Guess what? We are opening up a brand new opportunity for you to be blessed. We have been immensely blessed. Over 14 individuals have agreed, will be interviewed, and will give you some pointers to change your life. How many of you want a life-changing experience? As you know, Life Skills Ministry, Stepping Stones to the Throne, and those that have been with Jesus. If you've ever been with Jesus, you have a brand new experience. I have a young lady that has been with Jesus. I met this young lady, an awesome person to meet. I want to introduce her to you and let her share her experience. None other than Edith. Come on up, come on up, come on up, come on up. Oh, wow. Guess what? We are covert vaccinated individuals, and we have been tested at the door. So we're able. I met Edith years ago with a conference in Atlanta. She was gracious enough to come and share and was a part of an awesome experience. And today we're going to go to the foot of Jesus, and then we're going to come back with you. Be right back. I met you. I want you to give us a little background on you. When I met you, I saw this beautiful, statuesque black woman, and you seem to have had so much joy that I was really intrigued, and I was brought to you, I believe, by learning about your story. And I saw that smile. I could feel the Spirit of God on you. And when I was told, said, you know, she's just out of prison. And I said, really? Says not only she spent some time in prison. And then when I heard your story, I wanted to share it with the world. So would you tell us a little bit about your story of how this occurred? And then we're going to go in stages, because I want to pull it out. Tell me, let's tell about your name first, and who you are, and such a great background.
Okay. Well, my name is Edith Page. I have been a registered nurse for more than 30 years. I actually loved school, went to school, had a great life, never had any trouble, maybe a couple speeding tickets, but for the most part, I was really a good person, doing a great business, running an assisted living for mentally challenged adults. And during that time, I had an employee. I had about 17 employees. I had them to have an incident with a resident, trying to keep him from getting out, selling drugs, stealing, all those things, and he held him in the house. And that's called false imprisonment by law.
Okay, so what you're saying, you had homes for disadvantaged adults?
Adults.
Okay. How many homes did you have?
6.
6?
Yes.
In Atlanta, Georgia?
Or Powder Springs. What we did was, this is a vision God gave me, and it's actually detailed in my book. I know we won't have time to say it all, but I want to put this in there real quick. You can get it on Amazon.com. It's called Imprisoned but Not Bound. Locked up but not locked down.
All right. Did y'all hear that?
I had ran for state representative for Cobb County in Cobb in Georgia, House District 36, against Earhart. This guy had been an incumbent for years. This is my first time running for any office. I almost won. I got 47% of the votes. And that was my first time running. So when you come out and you announce that you're going to run for mayor, you're getting popular in this town that's more Caucasian than more us. And it was just starting to spread. I think that's what it was. They wanted to get me off the map. That's what I was told.
Okay. This is what I want to ask. I heard your story, and I've heard you tell it before. The amazing thing that I want everyone to hear, you spent how many years?
Actually, I only spent 2 years, because I had a 10-year sentence for false imprisonment. They said it was abuse to a disabled adult and running an unlicensed personal care home. I have been running a home almost 20 years. Why would I not be licensed? Wow. You don't do that many homes for so long. But the home that they came to, I was renovating. It was a $300,000 house. This house, we had scaffolding, 5-gallon buckets of paint. We were in there working with the contractor. So they said that it wasn't licensed because we was just opening it. There was no clients living there. But they used that as their ticket. And I didn't know enough about the law at the time to fight.
All right. Now, that's what I'm interested in, that you decided when you were released from prison that you needed to do something because we won't even have the time. But those that want that book, if you purchase that book, there's some massive information. But this is what I want to say, Edith. After you being a very successful woman, happen to be a woman of color, but 6 actual homes in place at one time. I was told that you was a mover and a shaker, and you've done some major things and had been a person to give back, had been a community person.
Yes.
And then you were sentenced to 10 years.
Yes.
You only served 1 year.
And one in a transition center.
And one in a transition. So now, to pay back, to fight back for what happened to you, that's where I'm at, and I want everybody to know. Immediately upon you being released, tell us what you're doing.
Within 4 months, I wrote this book. And this was a daily journal. This is the life in prison. This is actually the journey of my story in prison. It's like Joseph's story. Joseph went to prison over alive.
Okay.
You know, his brothers put him in the pit.
Yes.
For anybody didn't know, he went to prison, but then where did he end up?
That's it.
In the palace.
Yes, he did.
So I'm on my way to the palace now.
All right.
And I thank God for that. And I just want to say that the reason I'm giving back now is because I was in there and I met people who really did not belong there. That's where it really opened my eyes. I began to work with the warden on the team. Out of 3,800 women in this prison, she selected 14 of us. She handpicked us to serve at her red table, her round table, to discuss things that we could do and make a difference in the prison.
So now, let me cut you off and say this.
Yes.
You have now decided, because of what happened with you, that you wanted to be able to help somebody else, but not pulling into the pit. Tell them what you're doing right now.
Right now, I work with a company called Integrity Transformation Community Development Corporation. We're located at 692 Lindsay Street in Atlanta, Georgia. Our CEO, Reverend Beckham, who started and the founder of this organization, is helping people across Atlanta. People who have been formerly incarcerated, people who have backgrounds, people who need help in the community. And he's doing that on a regular basis and employing people like us who were formerly incarcerated.
I want you to do me a favor.
Yes.
What she's saying, listen, if you've been incarcerated for anything whatsoever, and you're released, there's a program that they actually pay you to go to school on Zoom to get your life back together. Do you have that phone number?
Yes, I do. That number is 404.
Hold it down.
Okay.
404
853 1780.
We wanted to put that out. There is help, because so many, we know that, sometimes losing the job could be devastating, and that can hurt you from getting another job.
Right.
But can you imagine if you've been in prison, a part of your record, it can be devastating for you. So Edith, you also told me that you were in school.
Yes.
Tell me what you're in school for.
I am going to be an attorney. I'm going to be one of the best civil rights attorneys you have ever seen. I am on the president's list for 4 semesters straight, all A's. Well, one semester I got 3 B's and 3 A's, but for the most part I get all A's. And I've been going since I left. Actually, I started school in prison, in the transition center. I started school there with my laptop, and I just continued on. And I've been racing full time, 15 hours, 18 hours a semester, full speed ahead. But I want to say also with Integrity, we help with expungement. We can help get your record clear based on some other factors. So that's another thing that we do with Integrity.
I want to say this to you. This is a 15-minute segment with Edith, and we won't be able to go into every detail. But I want you to know that there is life after whatever tragedy you may have. This woman had a great fall. She reminds me of Humpty Dumpty, that she had such a great fall. When I heard about her before I met her, to know that this woman was powerful enough that she had 6 different locations in Atlanta area where she was providing services. And her story is common, that we know that African Americans, black folks, we do not always get a fair trial. There's no doubt about it. That's a fact. And Edith's claim is that things that she felt that she was railroaded. Regardless of whatever happened, I'm going to say this now. There is nothing that can stop her now from being successful. I do feel that she's going to finish
Oh yeah.
law school.
Yes.
She's employed right now. She has an author. She's an author of a book. I'm going to ask you, if you spent time in jail, what are you doing now? God is still God. He can bring it. If he can do it for Edith, he can do it for you. But this show is about those that have been incarcerated, made that change, and is back to let you know that you can do all things because Christ does strengthen us.
Yes, he does.
Thank you for being with
Yes,
us.
thank you
And
for
when you
having
get
me.
that law degree, I want you to come back because we're going to get you some clients
Okay.
right here
Okay.
on this show.
Okay.
Be right back with you. Thanks for letting me serve you. I want you to know that when you subscribe, you promote this channel that sends hope, love, faith throughout the world to people that are hurting, that are dying for the lack of knowledge. I bless God for you.